So currently I'm in the process of doing a video a little more in depth of the one Micah had done. It's about the FOIA emails that we requested and received. There are emails between Eric Brackens, the mayor's brother John Ware, which is the owner of the campground, and the campground's builder. As you kind of dissect these emails, you'll really understand that the emails were kind of dictating where the road went, and it was the campground doing the dictating, which I find funny because every instance that we've ever encountered with the mayor, in the Mountain Press, on Facebook as well, he's publicly said it, it's always been because of FEMA and the flooding. He's always blamed that as to why that road kind of zigzags and does its own little thing to avoid that campground, when it's completely obvious it didn't go in a straight line, it zigzagged. So yeah, I was digging through my archives and I stumbled across a town hall meeting in March of 2024, and I just want to release the whole thing. We've released bits and pieces of it, and never did the whole thing because it's like 20 minutes long. But I think this town hall meeting says a lot. It says a lot about the mayor. It says a lot about the city of Pigeon Forge, and it really shows what their true colors are. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that now, and tell us what you think.
In my home. So that's been family. I don't know nothing about this other than people's losing their homes, their yards. Even your aunt has not been notified. You're putting a road right through the bottom of her yard and you hadn't told her anything, hadn't offered her anything. Is this the way this is gonna go? I mean, this road's been gonna go through there as long as I can remember. Oh, we're gonna put a road through there, we're gonna put a road through there, but it never did go through. Now that you got your campground through there, you don't wanna mess your grass up, so you're gonna go through somebody else's. So I need you to rethink about this before you start taking people's property from them, because the money you're gonna make on that will make up for a lot more than what you're gonna take from these people. I mean, you're not gonna help me any, because my wife's done stuff. My sister's over there, and you've got pegs stuck up in her yard. Her sewer, city, water system, or gas system, everything goes right through the middle of that. Are you gonna move that, or is she gonna be without water, sewer, or gas at her house? I know she was told one time by your mama, while my brother was fixing her floor, when this road comes through, you're gonna sell this house. And I just wish I was there, but I wasn't. So this has been in the works for a long, long, long time, hasn't it?
The road?
Yeah, the road, yeah. I mean, not switching the road. I know the road's gonna be down there, but now it's zigzagging through people's houses, through the yards. What's the purpose? What's it gonna hurt your campground? It'll give you more access to your campground.
I don't know. I don't have a campground. I don't own a campground. I don't own any interest in a campground.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I know the one you're talking about, but it's not mine. That road, the route was designed and agreed upon through a public meeting, and the product of that public meeting was the route that it was agreed upon in November of 2021.
To zigzag it up through there and go through.
To get it off the river
and all
bottom
that.
because of FEMA and flood, and because of the campground, and because of the nursing home, and because of the church, and all those people in that neighborhood.
What about the rest of it's already gonna be through the flood zone?
We decided not to take the church or the nursing home.
Well, at least you backed up somebody. I hope you change your mind.
Who else? Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. No, I did, I don't think you did. That's Tommy Ware, that's his name.
I'm Charlotte Lucas. I live at 334 Parking Circle. I live right next to the campground where the road is gonna go through. My question is, how is where the road is supposed to go through, why are the owners of the campground allowed to put in sewer, electric, right on my property line when the road's scheduled to go through that area.
I can't speak for that. Again, I
They've
don't,
gotten permits from the city to.
or why are they allowed to build the campground
No,
or on your property?
no, they're putting in water, sewer, and I have, every day I take photographs of the power, the water, the sewer, right on my property line. They're taking, the city is taking the house, the cabin next to our property, and they're putting utilities in. When I know some of my land will be taken, but now they've put their utilities right on my property line. Will those utilities be taken away when the road goes through?
It's my understanding a portion of that campground will go away. That back one.
A portion of it, so all of whatever is being put in right now will go away?
That's right.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Yep. And we don't have a schedule on that phase. I imagine we can guess. That's the last phase of the road that we've considered.
So we have the appraisers are hired and the property negotiators are hired, so they're doing that work right now.
Yeah. So we've got the phase that we're working on now. We're gonna skip over and do the parkway phase.
Yes.
And that little last phase will be that phase there.
Yes.
So honestly, don't hold me to this, but 5 years?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's quite a bit of time before that road. But those folks down there in the nursing home campground, they understand, the campground understands, I believe, and there's a representative here, and I don't want to speak for them, but they know that they had to move that bathhouse that's close to your corner because the road was coming through there. They know they'll lose some sites.
How close can I put a garage where I want to build a garage, I've been planning to do that? How close can I move that to the boundary?
Is there anybody here from Public Works? I don't want to say it and be wrong, but I think it's 5 feet off the property line, but we might want to,
They just come check with us.
we need to check with Public Works before I get myself in any more trouble.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's next? Yes, ma'am.
Micah Race, 362 Ogle Drive. What I'd really like to talk about is this, right here in my hand. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna reiterate when I was here a month ago of the book of remembrance. When Moses came down from the mountain and God gave him the commandments, this is what he said to them. He said, when you err on the side of the right, you'll reap the blessing. When you err on the side of evil, you're going to reap the curse. What we fail to remember is every single one, you, I, everyone here in this place, God holds all time and all history in the palm of his hand. And we tend to forget that. And Moses even went to go on to say this, that not only when you err on the side of evil and you do not uphold justice, you know what happens? It goes to the third and the fourth generation of your bloodline, my bloodline. When we do wrong, he holds all history right here. Don't you think for a split second, or I think for a split second, that God does not record. And somewhere down in our bloodline, it's going to show up. And God forbid that there ever be anything traced back to my bloodline. Because I'm always going to err on the side of God. Because his way is the right way. And everyone in here knows that. So he holds all time and history right here in his hand. And everyone on here knows that this was wrong and that you need to right the wrong. And it's not. And God is a God of truth and justice, and he will prevail in the end.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Kim Clavo, and I'm here representing the construction company that's actually working on the campground. I don't have a dog in the fight. What I came here tonight was to address the city and everyone here. We have people videoing us, it's defaming our company, we are not in the middle of your feud. So I contacted my attorney, and I'm gonna be very clear when I say this, if my guys show up in a video, our equipment has been tampered with because of this malfeasance here. It's insane to me that whatever's going on can't be just handled in a political or a courtroom. It does not need to affect the community. It does not need to affect the other people that live here or work here. We are literally just trying to create a job. We walked into a bad situation from a previous contractor. I'm not here as a representative of the campground. I can tell you with absolute certainty that David Ware is not an owner in this campground, nor is any member of the Ware family as of today, period. Not that matters, and I don't feel justified to take it for you or anyone else in the Ware family, but I'm local and I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. But I'm going to say this very clearly and concisely. Please keep your videos and your cameras away from my guys. They did nothing to you. They have families. We have $500,000 worth of equipment that has been tampered with due to your videos and due to all of the things. And I really don't appreciate you videoing me right now, and it better not end up anywhere, because I've contacted my attorney, and if I or any of my people, our shirts or equipment, a car tag, anything so much as ends up on your videos, you will be contacted from my attorney, because it has absolutely nothing to do with us. We were hired to do a job, and we are not in the middle of this. So it needs to be between you, the city, and the owners of the campground. I will say this on behalf of the owners of the campground. They are fully 100% aware when they built this campground that they're gonna lose a part of it. So it is the way life works, it's the way the city works, it's the way growth happens, and it's gonna happen regardless. I've lived here my entire life, and I've seen this city when it was literally just, nothing was on this parkway. And we've all had to learn to be able to deal with growth. But it's what makes this community great, and I'm sorry that you have lost your home. It is, but your realtor's really the one that you need to look at, because they should have done their due diligence. Because when this campground was bought, it was made very abundantly clear to us that that road would be coming through and that we would lose a part of the campground. And I know that because I was there for it. But at the end of the day, please just keep my people out of your feud with the city, because it's not those young men's fault, and they all have families and they need to be able to provide for them, just like you need to be able to provide for your family. So if you want to talk about God, you be the Christian and leave my people out of it too, because last time I checked in my Bible, all of us are a child of God, period, pure and amen. So do the Christian thing for my people, and hopefully in return you'll get what you want, but just leave me and my people out of it. That's all I ask. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I address that?
This is not really back and forth. What would you like to say quickly?
I'm just one of the people that have taken the photos. So when whoever's doing the construction is flooding my land with the,
I'm not sure that's what you were talking about.
No, it's not.
and
Not sure
they're
that's-
walking to my fence and urinating on my land because they don't have a bathroom there.
There is a toilet there.
Okay, well, and I have to say to the gentleman, because I'm standing at the fence and he doesn't see me, and I say to him, you don't want to do
The
that.
city really doesn't have it unless there's something criminal in that. You guys need to talk that out and maybe.
I mean, that's something that we can address personally.
Sure, that's
You know,
fine.
we have no problem with that, but we
That's
don't,
fine.
we don't control all the people that come onto that side either. I mean, there's gonna, there's things that happen.
If there's issues after, you guys can meet up.
Absolutely, I'll give you my card.
No problem.
Anyone else?
It's my understanding if you're selling a home and you know of a problem with that home, you have to disclose it. The city knew that they were gonna build this road. Why isn't this disclosed up front to potential home buyers, homeowners, at the time that it's decided? That would have eliminated this whole problem.
Could have, yeah.
Could have.
Legally and ethically, that's the real estate agent's job. The city didn't know this, the city doesn't regulate private parcel sales. We don't step in and stop or investigate or inspect or
Well, how
disclose.
long do you wait when you decide, okay, we're gonna go through this property and these homes are gonna be affected, these people's properties? How long then afterwards do you wait to notify those owners?
Those owners in that area were notified on, and I'm gonna get the date wrong, but I think it was probably November of 21,
It was.
when we had a public meeting and everyone was notified, that wanted to take a part of it, and I think everyone probably.
Notified by being at the meeting?
Notified by hangers on the door. I don't know how extensive we went with it, but there was a community meeting in November of 21 about the route of that road. And that route of that road was up in the air at that time. I think we had 3 or 2 different routes that we were considering, and we came to a compromise with the folks in that meeting to come up with what is called, and was called by the Mountain Press, the hybrid route, which is what you see on the map today. That was in 2021. This house was sold to the Race family in 2022.
Right.
There was no disclosure, I assume, by the real estate agent.
If I may add just something really quick, when we took over the permit for this job, Mr. Brackens personally called me himself and told me, are you aware this road will be going through?
Then why weren't we called?
As the contractor.
Exactly. Why
I
wouldn't,
can't
not just
answer.
her, why wouldn't everybody whose property is
I'm just saying, we
affected
were the
should
new
be
contractor for it.
notified fairly
Especially when the
quickly?
mayor watched us.
There
A letter or something, I mean, you know, this affects people's lives.
absolutely does.
You know, I worked for a living all my life to try to get to a certain point.
Say
Had
it.
this happened to me, I'm not sure I could have been as patient as this lady here.
Thank you.
I would
Amen.
probably be in jail because I would be stupid about it. And I don't want to be in that situation. I don't ever want to have to get in that situation. And, it just doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem ethical, in my opinion. And it certainly seems like somebody is getting cheated. So, it's my opinion.
Can I get your
Thank
name for
you.
the record, sir? Sir, what was your name, so we can put it in the record?
What's that?
Your name for the record.
Bryant Hatcher.
All right, who's next?
David,
Yes, ma'am.
my nephew,
Yes, ma'am.
why are you sitting on this council when this can help you? By law, you shouldn't be sitting on this council if this is helping you and your family.
I don't know what you mean by that. If you're meaning that I'm gaining some way from this campground, I have said
I
this
do.
until I am
I am saying
blue in
that.
the face. I am not an owner of this campground.
Yes, you
I-
are.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, people, yes, you are.
I have the documents, he is not an owner.
I don't know how else to say it. I've got a document here. I don't know what else to do. I can't talk you out of that, obviously.
David, we talked for 2 hours the
We
other
did.
day.
We did. We talked for 2 hours because you were upset with some things you saw on a video.
And I still have faith in you. Let me keep this faith in you.
You're
Okay.
welcome to see where I signed all my interest to that campground over in October
What
27th.
is your interest?
It was an interest in the campground, and I've never hid that. But before there was any votes made on this road, and I'm sorry to drag you all through, I'm sorry. But before there was any votes made on this road or any decision made, my interest in that campground was dissolved. It's right here. It's a legal document. She doesn't have it because it's not recorded. Because you don't have to record everything as long as
Okay.
2 people agree and it's notarized.
Okay, we were owners several years ago. That road was going down by the creek. All of a sudden when,
No, ma'am. That road-
yeah, it was.
That road
Okay,
was
I
on the
said
map
that-
for 25
I'll
years.
stop.
The road was
Because
on
it
the,
was.
the road was on the map for 25 years. The route wasn't decided until November of 21. When, after the community meeting,
Okay, okay. We own the house that's in the argument.
yes, I know. I know.
We own the property in the argument down by the creek.
Yes.
Yes, you guys were involved in that. Don't tell me you weren't. And I know legally, you can't sit on this council. I'm done. Legally, you can't sit on this council.
Her name's Debbie Ware.
When did you relinquish your rights?
October 27, 2021.
21.
a month before our community meeting. The process actually started on August 25th, when I first reached out in 2021. That was over a year before the Race family bought the house. It was a month before we had a public hearing on where we wanted the route to go. I had no interest in this campground when decisions from this city council had to be made. And, by the way, I abstained from the vote. I didn't vote for it. I don't know what else I
You
could
voted
do.
to condemn the house, though.
I voted for the route.
To
I voted to
condemn the
support,
house.
I voted for the funding of the route.
You voted to condemn the house.
We didn't vote to condemn a house.
You didn't?
There was no vote to say we want to condemn that house. The route,
You didn't vote to condemn the house.
there was no vote taken to condemn a house. Am I mistaken on that? Did we ever vote to say we're going to condemn this house? Or did we vote on a route? We voted on a route. I abstained from that vote. I did support the funding of the road, yes.
I'm not gonna go into anymore, but we got the minutes. It was a condemnation, it was a vote, but our lawyer's here, so I'm not gonna say anymore. I just came to say what I had to say.
Well, we can, I don't know what I have
It's
to
a yea
do.
or nay in the minutes.
On the route,
On the condemnation, it's literally in the minutes.
you absolutely could be correct. Is that this year's vote? Or are we talking about in 2022? 2021? Did we vote on a condemnation?
Yes.
Yes. And the amount to be paid? Yes, that is correct. We did that. Yes, I did vote for that. Sorry, I apologize. I thought we were talking about the route of the road. That's what I abstained from. And I don't know who I need to tell, or do I need to even tell anybody else that I don't have an interest in that campground. I didn't make any money on that campground. I stand to make zero on that campground. I have zero incentive to put that road anywhere. It doesn't matter to me where it went. What mattered to me was what the community meeting produced, which was the route we decided on as a city. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know who else to tell. I don't know how to change the misinformation and the omission of some information in these videos that people are watching. I can't change that. So, I got nothing else. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Any further? All right, we'll see if we can get the bills paid.
Motion to pay the bills.
Now, I'll let you guys be the judge of that video. Leave us what you think in the comments. I just think it's hysterical there at the end. Did we? We didn't vote to condemn a house. No, we didn't. We did not vote to condemn a house. Did we? Oh, maybe we did. I'm sorry. Like, something so detrimental to a family, they can't even remember if they did or not. It's just, to them, let's check these boxes so we can get this campground as fast as possible and we can make some money off of it. So, tell us what you think. Again, we're going to be releasing another video with more details on John Ware's emails with Eric Brackens and just a little more explanation on it. So we appreciate everybody's support and stay tuned. Thank you.